Hey, good morning, everybody, and I'm posting the tutorial on how to uh, write your discussion post in Word, complete a spelling grammar check, and then copy and paste it into your discussion thread. For those who do not know how to do it, this is a tutorial to learn how to do it. This will save you points on spelling and grammar so that you don't lose unnecessary points. And with this recording, I only have about 15 minutes, so let's go ahead and get started. So I've already written a fictitious post based on our discussion for week 2 about infection control. So here you can see I said, Jane, you made it a point, and it should say good point, this week about infarction control when you spoke about different ways of breaking the links. And I purposefully did this so that I misspelled things and had improper grammar, things like that. So you can see how it's going to tell you what you need to do, it being Word. And so hand washing is not the only way to break the link. The wrong use of there are many ways to break the different links. Do you feel that infection control is just the infection control department's job, or do you feel that it's everyone's job? It's my opinion that one cannot walk by an infraction when one's conscience will get the best of them. So what you're going to do after you've written your post, and you can see the little red squiggly lines which indicates a misspelled word. Then you have the blue double lines that are telling you that there's a grammatical issue with what you're trying to say here. So when you get done with your post and you've written it, you come up to, whether you're in Word or Windows or a Mac, you come up to review, click on that, and then you'll see the ABC check mark. When you hit that, it's going to ask, it'll check it'll just go through and tell you some of the mistakes you've made. So here it's telling me that I've spelled opinion incorrectly, and it's not giving me the correct, because it doesn't know what I'm trying to say. So it's not giving me any correct suggestions. So you need to know that you misspelled this. So either you know how to spell it correctly and you just mistyped it, or you don't know how to spell it and you go to a dictionary and look it up, or online dictionary if you're online. So I know that this is incorrect. So I come in here and then delete this, and then the red squiggly line went away. Then when you come back over here, you hit resume, and it's telling me that cannot should be one word and not two. So if I want to change that, I can change it, or I can hit ignore. So I'm going to go ahead and click on this. It tells you up here what you did wrong, possible word choice error, and it's telling you that it should be one word. Okay, and here it's telling me that I did not punctuate one's conscience correctly. So it's telling me I need an apostrophe S, change form of the noun or pronoun. So I'm going to change that. You mated. So it's saying that here that this is an incorrect form of you made. So it's suggesting that I use made, madid, or mated. So you know what you're trying to say. You want to click on made. And then different, I misspelled because there's two F's in different. So it's telling me here that it's different, which means dissimilar, unusual, or another. That's another way you can know, is look at the meaning. Then it shows me that I didn't completely spell the, so I'm changing that. And I said washing instead of hand washing. So here I know that I want to wash, so washing. And here, there are a lot of people who are having problems with there, and they are. If it's THEYRE, that means they are. It's an abbreviated, shortened version, and for informal writing, that means they are. So if you read that and you say they are, that doesn't make sense. So you go to THEIR as I have here, and you see the word heir, HEIR. If you're an heir to something, you're gaining possession of something, which means that, so if I say I'm giving their property, they're taking possession. So it's a person there, or a group. Excuse me. THERE has the word here in it. So if I'm not here, then I'm there. So that's one way to remember it. But this will tell you down here that you need THERE are. So I'm going to click on that. And then, do you feel that infection is incorrect again? Okay, so now I've done that. Let me read through it aloud. You made a point this week about infarction. Well, I didn't mean infarction. Infarction is a word in the medical community, but that's not what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to say infection. This is why you have to reread your post, so that you are making sure that it's saying what you need it to say. And you can see here that it does not make sense, so you go ahead and change that. When you spoke about different ways of breaking the links in the chain of infection, hand washing is not the only way to break the link. There are many ways to break the different links. Do you feel that infection control is just the infection control department's job, or do you feel that it's everyone's job? It's my opinion that one cannot walk by an infraction when one's conscience will get the best of them. Okay, so now I'm ready to post this into the discussion. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my mouse and left click here in front of the beginning, and then you're going to hold down your left click on your mouse and then just move the mouse over the written word. Okay, it'll highlight it. Then what you want to do then is right click and a drop, oh, sorry, it didn't work for me. So I'm going to highlight again by taking the left click, moving the mouse over the written word, and then right click. Okay, this is not working for me, so I know. Alright. Right click. Now you want to hit copy. The other way you can do this is you can hit Control C and it will copy that. So you can either right click your mouse after you've highlighted the words that you want to copy and paste, or you can hit Control C. Now that we've copied that, I'm going to move that out of the way, and we're going to go to the discussion post. So I hit discussion. Then I go down to week 2, click in discussion forum, and so I'm going to hit create thread because I'm just starting mine. If you're replying to another student's, then you hit reply. Week 2, infection control. Now, if you come down to the text area, you're going to click in that area, and then to paste it, many of you know to right click and then hit paste. Well, unfortunately that doesn't work in Blackboard. You have to hit Control V. V is in Victor. So Control V, and there it is. So now it's posted in your post. I hit submit. And there it is, right there. So that's what happens when you do that. It populates my discussion panel, so I go in and read what you put, and then I respond to your discussion post, and we go from there. So now if I were replying to this, I would click in here. I see my discussion post, I read it, okay, and I'm replying. Say I'm somebody else and I'm replying. I hit reply, make my reply, and then hit submit. Alright, so that's it. That's how you do it. So I encourage everyone to do it this way so that you don't lose points for spelling or grammar, and that will save you a lot of points. A lot of you lost points because of that. Alright, have a great day, and I hope you do well. Thanks. Okay, I forgot one other thing as I was going through and making sure this video said what I wanted to say. This tells you why you need to read and reread after you've done the spell check. So here you can see that I've abbreviated departments. You do not want to abbreviate things when you're writing. You need to spell them out unless you have indicated in parentheses. So for instance, I'm talking about a certified nursing assistant. I would type out certified nursing assistant, and then in parentheses I would put CNA. After that point, I could use CNA because I told you what CNA means, but do not assume that your readers know that. And same thing with departments. I should be spelling out departments. So now it's correct. The other thing that I've seen that people do, there's two other things I wanted to address. One is that people say, I went to the doctor's office. That's not correct. You need to spell out doctors. The only time you would use DR is if you were talking about Dr. Emily Smith. When it's a title, then you can abbreviate DR. The other one that I see a lot of is when you refer to yourself as I, use the lowercase I and not the, people have been using the lowercase I like that, and not the uppercase I, which should be that. So when you're writing and referring to yourself and using I, make sure that you're using the uppercase capitalized I. Alright, thanks.